All right, and let's go get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're playing some more Soulstone Survivors and creating builds for characters in the game. For this episode, we are focusing on the Elementalist, and believe it or not, I think I may have actually created probably one of the best builds I've created so far, or at least one of the strongest builds I've created so far. And I say that because I've been trialing out different builds for the Elementalist. I've actually been kind of struggling with coming up with like themed builds for him, but in doing so I have actually created a monster in the sense that I was actually able to clear Overlord 1. Where is my matches? There we are. In 12 minutes and 21 seconds with this build. And this focuses on using Power Conductor and Poison Cloud because we like the weakness, not necessarily the poison, but the weakness is good itself. And then we use Electrified and Dazed. And basically, we're going to end up creating like an entire like power grid of power conductors and increase the area of them so much that it's going to cleave everything in the area. And it just zergs everything down. Again, this is probably the best or the fastest build I've ever done so far. So we're going to check that out today, see if we can replicate that. Hell, even make it better if we can. So for a rune wise, I've taken Reroll Mastery, Material Harvest, Weapon Expert, Dash Mastery, Vulnerable Exploit, which increases our crit damage based on the number of dazed or disoriented targets up to a max of 25%. And then we are going with Singular Focus, so of course that we can basically keep on stacking those power conductors. As far as our skill tree, I do not have a maxed out skill tree, but it is getting fairly close just because I've been working on different builds. But of course, being the most important part is the class trait nodes for him, which I'm gonna be honest, it's going to get quite messy on screen. Elemental Overlord is probably one of the busiest traits I've ever seen on a class, period. And this is also going to help us a lot. So essentially what this is that you'll see orbs spawn whenever enemies fall. And you basically collect these orbs, and these orbs are elemental. And then as you pick up 3 different orbs in some order, it will cause some sort of spell to automatically appear off of you or in the area where you collected that last orb. And it's going to do a whole bunch of damage to everything. It's going to help you clear out targets or whatever. And so while we're having a whole bunch of power conductors rotating, doing a whole bunch of damage, we're also going to be just seeing daisy chained effects based off Elemental Overlord. It's probably one of the most passive but also strongest things I've seen so far. As far as weapons, we are going with the Scepter of Thunder. Scepter of Thunder comes with Lightning Beam and Call Lightning, and I start out with this mostly because I just wanted something to have Electrified and Dazed on there since we already have the runes for that one. Call Lightning, by the way, could also very well be a build, and that's definitely something I'm going to be looking at. And then, yeah, for Blacksmith, I have, of course, upgraded this. I'm actually going to upgrade this a little more, see what I can do. Looks like I can't rank it up any higher, but crit chance is really good, especially with our crit rune, and we also have the increased critical damage. Area modifier is fantastic, and of course we have that multicast chance. So that being said, if you like this sort of content, you want to see more videos for Soulstone Survivor, like, subscribe, comment down below, and let's jump into it. And as always, we're going with Scorching Valley because that is just like a default map property modifier. There's no extra modifiers on enemies, and we're doing all Curse 62 just so we can showcase how strong this is in-game stuff. So as we get here, we're going to start, and you're going to see Call Lightning coming in from the different sides. I'm not a general fan of those sort of skills, but honestly, it is a very strong option. There's a fire one, there's an arcane one. I'm trying to see, and I think there's also a void version of this one. But honestly, this probably is my favorite one because it's not a pillar of energy. It's just like waves of lightning streaking from the sky. And here's one of our elemental orbs. We only see one right there. We got 2 right here. The coolest thing about these orbs is the fact that the faster we get at killing stuff, the faster these orbs are going to appear. And you can just see we're already radiating like poison orbs from ourselves. Every time we complete 3 nodes, it's going to do that. It's pretty nutty. And like even if we don't have like a whole bunch of skills, we're still just absolutely demolishing everything around us. We haven't even called in elites yet. And we already have just a crap ton of XP as well as orbs. We're gonna go ahead and look at basically getting some of our skills now. Poison Cloud already at default. That is awesome. I'm going to go with Relentless and Multicast whenever I can find it. Let's see if we can actually get our first lightning. You know what? I don't know why I'm not banishing. We want to banish anything. First off, this is probably the first thing you should do, just because of the fact that, you know, you want to make sure that we can guarantee that we get the skills easier without having fighting for it. And if we get lucky enough, we'll actually be able to get all of our lightning conductors fairly easy, as well as increase the number of lightning conductors we throw down. And we're all very, very close to already summoning our first set of lords here. There we go. And if we get lucky enough here, we can look towards, whatchamacallit, getting another lightning conductor for these guys. Oh, we got some banishes here. There's the power conductor. And I'm also going to take movement and merciless. And, there we go. We got 3 lightning conductors right before the first boss shows up. I'm going to go ahead and apply a burn to it. Why not? Get some extra health. Agility, magnetic. There we go. Once these guys get spawned in, we're going to try to sit down a whole bunch of lightning conductors or power conductors right where they're about to spawn. And that is going to be amazing for us. As you can see, it's the power conductors are doing the work. I was hoping to get this guy down by the 2-minute marker, but yep, we got him down before the 2-minute marker. The first time I actually cleared this, I managed to get them down in like 1:45 for the first set of lords, which is pretty nutty. And I'm just going to go ahead and collect all this up, and then we're going to look at increasing our overlord. And what I'd like to do is get another power conductor, if I could, to replace the lightning beam that we have. Hypothermia is going to be insane for this build, because it's obviously going to increase the amount of damage that the enemies take from us. I also want to try to get some lethality if I can from time to time. We're going to lock this. Take this. Lock this. Take this. There we go. I wanted to take all of those options if I could. And we're just going to wander around. And really right now, all I'm doing is I'm just going to go around and pick up 3 orbs. I'm going to go around and do this because this is just going to make it to where your screen is busy, congested with a whole bunch of stuff. But all that stuff that's being congested on your screen is kill. It's just a kill order, essentially. And enemies will just absolutely get deleted. As you can see, we are just demolishing anything and everything. And the only thing that I'm really paying attention to at the moment is I'm paying attention for anytime we have a shield tower pop up, which of course we did. Luckily, it is right here. We're going to dodge to the left there. And I'm going to try to stand up here and see if we can drop some, power conductors right here on top of them. There we go. Oh, and we stood in the damage too much. We actually lost a revive, but we are fine. I'm going to go ahead and multicast. I'll take Venom. Why not? We'll do it's more than that. Lethality. Power conductor. Probably should have taken the burn amplification that was purple. Power conductor for the lightning beam. And then now all we really truly need is one more power conductor to replace our call light or our call lightning. For a minute, I thought I had seen that we didn't have Call Lightning anymore, but I realize now it's just because it shifted. We do need to level up a bit so we get some of our health back. I did lose a revive for being unsafe. That's my bad. You could basically take a seat back if you wanted to. I just wanted to make sure that our power conductors landed directly underneath the enemies. But once you get enough AoE, this build is fairly safe. Like, you don't have to get that close. You shouldn't really put yourself in danger. I just want to see if I can eclipse my timer. Or beat my best run so far with this character. Because I did have fun with it. And I was going to come up here. There you go. And at 4 minutes 40 seconds, we have 3 sets of lords down. We are in a pretty good place. Multicast. We'll take some magnetic. Multicast. Agility will always be a good thing. I don't want to take the Call Lightning just because of the fact that we have we are going to be getting rid of it. But yeah, this is essentially the build. The only thing we're holding out on is the last power conductor. Now, if there's for some reason we can't get the last power conductor, we could do worse than having Call Lightning. Call Lightning is an extremely strong skill. What I really want to like focus on at this point in time is making sure we get increased area of effect, because the bigger the area of effect, the easier it is going to be for our power conductors to be spread out or distanced away from the Void Lords and still absolutely demolish them from a distance. Let's see, we're going to take that. Damage from the power conductor. We'll do infected wounds. And I also will probably end up taking some of the health options soon. If only because of the fact that I know for a fact that we can easily become super freaking tanking with this build. Sorry about that. I'm trying to... I don't mind cursing in my videos. Matter of fact, I can't help it most of the time, but I am trying to cut back on it just a little bit, just so that these videos become a little bit safer to watch for some people who maybe don't care for the language nearly as much. And you can see right now, the power of this build is just absolutely phenomenal. And Call Lightning, honestly, it's such a good skill, but the only reason why I've opted to like swap it off is because when we get to the Overlord Arena, the thing that Call Lightning really provides is coverage from several directions, but because the Overlord Arena is so small, we don't really necessarily need to worry about that coverage nearly as much. We're going with Incinerate. Ignition Point. We'll take Disarray. Power Conductor. There we go. There's our last skill. We're going to go with Merciless. And I'm going to sit down here and see if we can get some of the spawn. There we go. And even with the shield turret up, we're absolutely demolishing this guy. 7 minutes, 12 seconds for all 20 lords. That's insane. Let's go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to go ahead and do the portal. And now all we really need to do is finish out Overlord 1 just to showcase the build. But yeah, it's going to be more or less the same. We're just going to be sitting here in the middle. And the elites are going to come to us. And they're just going to be demolished. And I think the two things that really helped this build be faster than it was in my last run was the fact that we have at our disposal Disarray, which I did not have the previous run. Not this early. I had it fairly in-game. Or end of my run sort of thing. And now we're just going to wander around, pick up all the XP. And I am trying to be wary of the poison on the ground because I realize some of it is not mine. Let's go ahead and level up a bit here. Got another power connector. We don't need this anymore. We're going to go with Relentless, Multicast, Lethality. We'll take a little bit more agility. Multicast on the poison's not a bad idea. And we'll take Behemoth. And Behemoth, yes, absolutely. Magnetic. I'm just going to go ahead and ramp up our health a bit here. Make ourselves a little bit tankier. And we're going to just drop this, like, right in the middle of him. Since he wanted to spit a flamethrower, we'll just drop a whole bunch of power conductors right on top of him. You can see just, like, the shredding potential of this build. You just look at the, you can't even see what's happening on the screen for some of it. If you just look at the Lord count, you can see that we're just absolutely just ripping and shredding through them. Let's go ahead and get some level ups here. I'm gonna go ahead and get just a tad bit of armor. Oh, both of these are good options. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that one. Oh, we did get hit there, but that's okay. They're already gone. Like, by the time we got smacked across the room to the wall, they were already dead. Four more lords left. Or elites, sorry. Not lords. Four more elites. Let's see. Elemental overlords, always good. Hypothermia. Incinerate. Lethality, absolutely. Where's the last guy at? Oh, he's right here. No, all I want to do is I want to try to stay safe. I am taking some health options, but I would really like to see some health drop on the ground as well. Obviously, we could pick up some of these Soulstones to get the XP right as the enemies get ready, or the lords get ready to come up. Definitely help out a bit. And let's go ahead and use some of the stuff we have. Increased quantity is going to be awesome. The last round I was actually very lucky to get an increased quantity of like 3 of the power conductors. That was fairly insane. We're gonna try to track them up here. Hopefully that'll cause them to walk into our power conductors fairly easy. And there we go. At 11 minutes and 5 seconds. I believe that is my fastest time to date. We're going to go ahead and end the run here just to check it out. So you can see that the power conductors did 960.6 million damage. The electrified, which is basically the stacks off of getting electrified, did 109. So our passive skill did 109.9 million damage on its own. Toxic spheres, like some of these other things are going to be like Ember Fox, Glacial Rays. That's all from the passive for the Overlord. And we'll go back to our menu, so that way we can check out our build. And I also want to make sure, I think that it's actually your fastest time, no? Let's see. Yeah, at 11 minutes and 5 seconds, we managed to clear all the way up to Overlord 1. Yeah, really quickly. Now, I will say my scepter was, in fact, a little bit stronger than it was previously. I don't know what the stats on it were, but I don't think they were that much better. I mean, maybe. They can entirely be the reason for it. But for rune-wise, for our versatility runes, we went Reroll Mastery, Material Harvest, Weapon Expert. For our Tenacity runes, we went Singular Focus, Vulnerable Exploit for the extra crit damage on dazed and disoriented targets, and Dash Mastery. And of course, the build was using a series of Power Conductors with Poison Cloud, because the Poison Cloud applies a weakness to anything that it hits. And yeah, that was the build. So if you like these sort of videos, you want to see more build video guides for Soulstone Survivor, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. As always, there's also an open link to my Discord if you'd like to come and join the channel, have fun, hang out, talk about games or whatever, movies, and you can also request certain build videos or characters, or even a different game that you'd like to see me play. So that being said, you guys take care, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.